Okay, welcome to the Tuesday, April 4th meeting of the Berlin Board of Health, being conducted on Zoom. Anybody that wishes to participate will be allowed that opportunity. Meeting is being recorded for review or future looking if people aren't able to log in tonight. And away we go.
Okay. Shall we start off with discussion?
Yes. Bigelow Road, Keene.
I think I'd emailed the board, maybe forwarded an email about that. That's the Kane property off of River Road. It was going to be a marijuana growth manufacturer. I don't know what type of facility, but apparently that's not working out. I think the people that were proposing it moved on. So the owner, Kane, and his engineer still want to move forward with approval of the site for, a research and development facility, or they're still going to move forward with ZBA. With I think they're asking for some parking space variances or something. So the ZBA is again asking the Board of Health, to weigh in, and I might have forwarded the email we did back in August of 2022. And again, I'll modify the email, but again, we're not officially, nothing's been submitted to us, so we can't say a lot other than, back then we said Department of Environmental Protection approval for public water supplies necessary, septic design meeting current state and local regs. Nitrogen treatment will be required if the septic system exceeds 2,000 gallons a day and is located within the IWPA, the public water supply well. So I'd like to just reiterate those same comments on, this proposal, and didn't know if the board had any questions.
No. Pretty straightforward.
So
they're going back to the drawing board, but they're still looking for some approvals to keep their options open, basically.
Right. It seems a little odd. They don't have an end user yet, but I think they feel like they want to get it to some point of approval. So if someone comes in, they'll be ready to roll. It's going to be office, manufacturing. It's going to be some facility with X number of employees. And again, what that ends up being will determine what we see. But, all the general comments would stay the same.
Okay.
Yep. All right.
So just as I emailed the ZBA on 100 Carter Street and 275 Central Street, I'll do the same for this project, and I'll CC the board.
Okay.
Okay.
A lot of paperwork relative to that. Jesus.
Yep.
Tobacco reminder letters.
Yeah, Paul, I remember last time we couldn't recall Berlin General Store, and it was Berlin Liquors. So I will have letters reminding them a little stronger that they do not have a current permit to sell tobacco products for 2023. Last meeting, if you recall, I said I was going to swing by Berlin Liquors because they said they were not going to be selling products anymore. They hadn't paid their second fine yet, and they haven't renewed their license for this year. And I stopped by there last, maybe it was Monday. I don't know, whichever day it was. And they have tobacco products on the shelf. They're not supposed to. So I called Joan. Joan asked me to send her an email just describing the date, time I was there, what I saw. And she was going to send out one of her agents to verify the products were there. They do not have a valid sales permit, and they have not paid their second fine, and probably confiscate the products. And Joan would like to set up a non-payment hearing for May 2nd. So she'll be driving that bus and hopefully keep us in the loop.
Okay.
And that's a meeting day, May 2nd for us.
It is only because I'm off on the 18th of April with school break. So I will not be at next meeting. So I told her, she says, oh, let's do it in May then. So everybody will be at the meeting. So that's an FYI to the board. I won't be available on the 18th by cell always, but I probably won't be able to attend a meeting, but on Zoom.
Okay, what was that vendor again? I'm sorry.
Berlin Liquors, that's the 3 Bassett Road.
They're the ones who, they're selling without the license? Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, so General
Oh,
Store
okay.
just hasn't renewed their license for 2023. We'll send a letter.
Okay,
I did talk with the
Okay.
owner of the general store and give him a heads up that
Yep.
something's coming. He thought he had done it, and I said, well, I'm just giving you a
Okay.
heads up. You're gonna get a
Yes.
letter, so
Yeah.
Yep.
take care of it.
now
Did-
what happens at the, non-payment hearing?
Right.
What's that?
What happens at a non-payment hearing?
I don't know if the town's interested in going this route. It might involve Kristen and town council, but Joan said if someone refuses to pay their fine, the town should lien the property. But again, I don't know if that's something the town's interested in.
Yeah,
Okay.
You know, some of these larger cities, it might be just like a no-brainer, but I don't know if the town's ever actually taken that action on a business before.
Right. But
We-
with them
the town-
not paying,
Go ahead, Bobby. I'm sorry.
No, with them not paying, does that automatically preclude them from selling, Billy? Right.
I
off
don't know
bat?
the answer to that question. That'll be a Joan
Okay,
question.
yeah.
They shouldn't be selling without a valid permit, which they
Right.
haven't.
Right,
haven't
right.
renewed.
I just didn't, I didn't. yeah.
I don't know, like penalty wise or sales wise, how that non-payment of fine affects them. That's a Joan question.
Right. I
yeah.
think it's probably the town's problem too, not.
Well,
her.
because they said they weren't gonna sell. so
Right, that was the
I'm
trade-off, and they are, so.
glad that you
And,
said
you
that.
know, there's a backstory here, and I only just know a little bit, but currently they're not in good state with the town of Berlin for a variety of different reasons. They owe the town a bunch of money.
Oh,
The contractually they owe us, and
Yeah.
it's just kind of messy. It's just
Yeah.
kind of messy, so this could get interesting. And that may affect the decision, whether the town wants to move forward with a lien or not. But
Okay.
that's above our pay grade.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I'll
We'll
be
just add
curious.
it on to what they owe, right, Paul?
I'll be
Yeah.
curious what type of lien though,
You know.
because I know if it's an execution that stays on the property for 20 years and then goes away, but I don't know what other type of lien they would put on it.
Yeah, I think Joan might have the deets on that.
Okay, yeah, that'll be interesting. Okay.
It might be like a tax lien, like if they owe taxes, as Paul said, or some other type of thing. it could
Yeah, I
be
don't
just
know.
Tallied up maybe, but we don't know.
Yeah, okay. That'll be
All right.
interesting.
Lot 11, Lancaster Road.
Yes, the board reviewed that draft letter and any comments or changes?
No, looked good to me.
Yeah, no, I think it's fine.
Well, it was
Okay,
good.
I'll revise that. I think I made an error on the CC and we'll get that sent out. I've talked to Chris came into the office with a revised plan that showed exactly the same primary area and proposed a Perk-Rite is a very small diameter flexible tube, and the engineer showed any area outside of the 100-foot buffer, but yet outside of the primary area. So this weird configuration, and just called it like X 100 feet of Perk-Rite. That didn't look good to me, and Chris actually didn't really like it either. So he is probably going to have the engineer look at a FAST system, which is an activated treatment system, which might allow them to shrink the leach areas and maybe fit a primary and a reserve greater than 100 feet from the wetland. So I'm waiting to see what that redesign looks like. But they are back to the drawing board.
Okay, with the same engineers, everything's the same?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. So we'll get that letter out because again, that decision was made. It doesn't
Right.
preclude them from presenting a new plan with a
Right.
different list of variances.
Just, and I don't know if we talked about this last meeting, but Bill and I did walk that property,
Yeah, she said,
and it's a challenging property.
It's time.
I'm not gonna say it can't be done or anything else, but it's very challenging, and we have 30 to 40 years of history indicating just how
Right.
challenging that is. So it'll be interesting to see what they come up with.
Yeah, I was wondering if I would have held my vote if I thought of it longer on everything, but I guess we did our thing, so.
No, I think I think it was decided both sides to take a vote on what was before the board that night.
That's all.
Oh, right,
Yep.
that's right,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
they
that
did. They
doesn't
wanted to
preclude
vote.
them coming back with another
Nope.
plan. So,
Nope.
you know,
Sure.
that's,
And it also
that's
gives them a
their,
starting
that's
point.
their right, and we welcome it.
But it gives them a starting point. It draws the line in the sand for what the board isn't willing to
Right.
accept. And
Right.
okay, let's work around that if we can.
And I did talk to Concom, the chair, and their comment was they have to go by the wetlands bylaw, and in conjunction that dictates that they go by Title V, and that's where the Hansons were coming from, that, you know, according to Title V, it was okay, and Comcom didn't have an issue because that's all they can do.
Mhm.
So, you know, that kicks the can down the road to us.
Yeah, that explains it, though. I was wondering on that too, Paul, thanks.
Yeah. I said, oh, okay. I had
Right.
envisioned that Concom was a little more, let me use the word severe or exacting, but you know, they operated within their legal scope from what I can
Legal
understand.
limits.
So no
Okay.
issues there.
Okay, next we have Coburn Road. And Bill, would you like me to bring up the drawings?
Oh, what about-
Actually, we have Bellevue
Bellevue.
Road under discussion,
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
and that is really again.
Sue's really pushing us tonight, just so everybody's aware.
He must have a date tonight.
Yeah.
Bellevue Road, again, I think, you know, it's time for the board, Paul and I, to sit down with Kristen and talk about getting town council involved about bringing this to Worcester Housing Court. I don't really see any other options.
Right, and Kristen's aware of this. I gave her a heads up that we would probably
Yep.
be sitting down with her.
Yep.
Because this is kind of, at this point, I consider it kind of a long-standing issue that is interestingly evasive to whatever actions we try and take. So the next step, I think you're right, Bill, is that you and I sit down with Kristen and find out the next steps relative to court action.
Yeah, Paul, if you can believe it, this June 5th will be 3 years since our initial
3
inspection.
years. Wow.
Yep.
I believe it. I don't like to, but I believe
No.
it.
Yes, Sue, Coburn Road.
I
So are you ready,
wanted-
Coburn Road?
I didn't want to
Oh,
appear
oh.
over anxious.
Oh, there we go. Screen sharing.
So this is a lot that's cleared on the end of Coburn Road towards Randall. It's just after Cully Septic.
Kind of up on top of the hill there.
Correct. Yep.
No.
So the engineer been going back and forth because you can see those red dashed lines. There was some previous testing on the lot that failed. And we were trying to nail down that testing's location so they could work a primary and a reserve. So I gave the engineer all of the field notes I had, and this is the result. So I just need to paw through the field notes, make sure these locations match. But other than that, it's a straightforward trench and pipe and stone trench system with a 1,500 gallon tank, 1,000 gallon pump chamber, no variances.
They did a lot of
Where's the
test holes
reserve?
off to the left, didn't they?
They did, because again, there was that area of failed testing,
Hmm.
Oh,
and then another round on either side of that to allow that primary and reserve to be designed. Yep.
Is the reserve put down here on this plan?
Yeah, if you look in that lower left, the dash lines with the
Oh,
R1,
yeah, yeah.
R2, R3.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay, yes, yes, yeah.
And you
Okay.
can see that they're either 25 feet from fail perks or they have a passing perk between the fail and the edge of
Is the
system.
field the square, Billy? The
Yeah,
square
the
with
squares are the perks and the oblong, those are the test holes. Yep.
But the squares are the failed perks or the? Or
Well, no, all
where does
perks
it-
are squares. The fail perks have that red radius around them.
Oh, I see.
I'm in black and white, so that doesn't matter.
No, I see the
Oh,
little-
I see it now that you
There's a
said
little
it.
red line there. Yeah,
Yep, I see it. Huh.
yeah, they just squeezed it in there, huh, Bill? Yeah.
But even if it's black, Paul, those dashed radius, if you will, that run pretty much right up to the edge of the primary and reserve. That's
Right,
the offset
okay.
to failure. Yep.
Okay, got it.
Very good. So I have no issue if there's no problem with it, Billy.
No, I just got to nail down again, make sure I agree with the engineer's layout with the testing, and then
Right.
if
Where's the
so,
well
it's
out back, Bill? I
ready to
don't
roll.
see the-
Yeah, I don't know if we get the whole plan. Sue can show you the.
No,
you can see the water line shooting out the
Yeah,
back.
Yeah, I'm sure it's far enough. Yep. You don't have to sue.
Okay. Now I just gotta figure out how to stop sharing.
I'm happy with it, I guess, Billy, if you are.
So that property actually extends to Randall Road? Wow.
Yeah.
It does. If you know Bill Muldoon's building that nice house there at the end
Right.
of Powers Road,
Yep,
that land, it kind of connects in the back.
I was gonna say, yeah, okay.
Yep.
Was that all Keegan land once, Billy? Was that?
Not sure. I don't know if I got
Yeah.
an old name in
Oh,
here
no,
or
that's
not.
all right. I don't have to know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Powers Road land was Keegan, I think, wasn't it, Bobby?
Yeah, I think so. I think that piece of it too. That was a pretty good chunk of property there once.
Right, right. Is he still in jail?
I don't know. I haven't even heard. I don't even know if he's around. I don't know. I haven't heard from
He
years.
ran into
since-
trouble a number of years ago. I don't even know if he's still
Yeah.
alive. So,
Yeah. Well, he ran pretty hard.
hmm.
Okay, Title V inspection reports.
Yeah, that's those a set of two duplexes there on Dudley Road that Mark Rhodes built. That's a pass.
Okay.
Okay.
And Donna,
Yeah,
when you're in on Friday morning, could you make me up a sign that says textiles must be bagged
already did it.
and
Oh, yeah.
laminated?
Yep, when Paul was in, he asked me to do it and we laminated it.
Okay,
Very good.
Yep,
then we should be all set, right, Paul?
Well, as long as people
Well, we
read our
can't,
site and read the signs, but you know,
we can't
it's,
force them to read. And I think a lot of people don't read.
Well, the show and tell sign is educating some people already. I've heard.
oh yeah, a lot of people really like that.
Yeah.
I've seen people take pictures of it,
Yeah. Well,
you know.
it lets them know, geez, I can get rid of that, this, yeah.
I mean, it's rustic, it's somewhat crude, but
It's
to
working.
me, it speaks to the lack of education and understanding that the
Mhm.
general public
Exactly.
suffers from.
Yeah.
And not their fault, you know, it's somewhat on us to do what we can to help educate the people. So,
Well, I think it's a great idea.
but I think it's all moving in the right direction.
Yep.
Yep.
Now, what about if we had, because I know a lot of people have the plastic bags from Hannaford's or Market Basket. Would it,
Trash.
well, I was just saying, could we like have a stash in case people wanted to dump in the textile and don't have bags? I mean,
Oh, well, that's a thought,
They-
Donna.
Yeah,
They're
'cause
pretty cheap though, those bags.
right, but if you
Thing.
stuff them in, you know, it's like, oh, well, I have textiles, I have no bags, here you go. I mean,
I can bring some down.
yeah, I've got plenty too, and you
I
know,
do too.
yeah, I mean, just a thought.
I had a similar thought, just, you know, somehow having a supply of trash bags hanging off that container or something for people to utilize.
Yeah.
And what
Okay.
prompted this was the recent deposit of a couple hundred teddy bears, which were put in loose.
That's just
And
bizarre.
that
If they were dolls, I would
that
have
was a
run.
problem. That was a problem for CMRK because you got to handle each one. So.
Oh,
That's-
yeah. I
yeah.
hear you.
Yeah,
I just
no, I
hope the
just,
guy that got rid of them, that his wife had passed, that he wasn't dumping them behind her back. But
yeah. No, I just thought maybe just like a bag full or something in case anybody
right.
needed it.
Yeah, no, that's a
Okay.
good thought. It's a good
Okay.
thought.
Oh, that's the end of our, my agenda list.
Oh,
Sue, I have a
that's-
question for you.
Okay.
I got a call today, about the loan program. Is that active or not? The septic system loan program?
The
We still
last
use,
time I
don't we?
heard that was being used was right about the time I came on the board, so it was about 10 years ago.
Yeah, I think we've signed off some, like recording the payoffs,
have,
but
right.
if someone
Yeah.
was interested in a loan, is it considered active or should I tell them it isn't?
I think it's still active, but you know, the interest rate, the last time I looked was over 5%. So
Uh-huh.
it's really only good if you're doing a short-term loan.
Yeah,
You're just using it as a gap to sell your house and get out.
mm-hmm.
Oh, isn't it a 20-year
Yeah.
septic loan, I
I
thought?
believe
Yeah,
so.
Donna, think about it. 5% interest rate.
Oh, yeah, no, I wouldn't, but I mean, if I don't know. Because we just did 3
Well,
payoffs.
let me put this in perspective. I was cleaning out some old files and I found an interest rate on a mortgage I had a number of years ago that was 11%.
Well, I paid 12 for my first, 12% in
Yeah, I
my
mean,
first house.
Wow.
it's somewhat, 5%, but if you need a septic system and you don't want to move,
Right.
you're defraying the cost. So it, depending on a family situation, it still could be a good deal.
We
Right.
have about $46,000, I believe, available in the septic
Okay.
loan program.
All right, good.
Should I direct this woman in your direction or get you her info if she wants to follow up?
We'll have to do some.
I know
research.
nothing. I mean, I really don't. I've learned how to release a
Yes.
loan,
Yeah, we did.
Right.
but I've never learned how to grant one.
Yeah.
Do you want me to talk to June maybe
Yeah.
Friday?
Julie probably
Yeah.
has the most information on how to
That
do it.
would be great. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, let me know.
Yeah, so I'll do that first and then, Bill, if we can figure it out, then I'll get the contact
Great.
info from you.
That'll be great. Thanks.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
All
'cause
right, I guess
we had to do
we're
those
good
payoffs.
as far as you're concerned, Bill. I just need a couple more minutes with
Yep.
the board relative to some internal stuff.
All right. Yeah, just a reminder, the 18th, I won't be listing any agenda items because I won't be around.
That's the end of this month, right, Billy?
That's
That'll be
school
the third.
vacation week.
Yeah, school vacations
April-
that third
April-
week.
Yep.
Yeah.
Geez, the kids get twice as many vacations than when I was younger, don't they?
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah,
Doesn't
I
it-
got to tell you, this past Saturday was a big day at the Brookings household. My son got his driver's license.
Whoa, all right, all
Wow.
right.
And my daughter
Oh.
started working at Market Basket in Westford. So
I feel so old.
I feel so old.
Oh, Bill,
Hey,
wow.
Billy, you want to feel old? My granddaughter just got her learner's permit.
Wow.
Flag-colors, and she got a job at Hayward Hospital in Gardner.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yep.
And she's only a sophomore, so she's
Wow.
driven.
Yep. I hear you. Yep. So big
Crazy.
deal. Big deal.
Yep.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I feel really old, Billy.
All
Mhm.
right. Well, you know how to reach me if you need me.
All right, Bill.
All right, thanks.
Have a good one.
And Bill, I'll be in touch with both you and Kristen.
Yes.
You available next week?
Yes, I am. And I'll also let you know when those tobacco letters are ready for signature.
Okay, sounds good.
Sounds good. Thanks.
All right.
Thank you.
Good night.
Have a
Bye.
good one,
Good night.
guys. Have a good vacation.
Thank you.
Just a couple updates on the transfer station. Stan's doing well.
Yep.
Eddie is, establishing a process for the deposit bottles and cans, well, cans, yeah, and plastic bottles. And we're starting to accumulate a number of bags. So one of the conversations that's going to be happening is we'll be talking to Fred at Highway to see his trucking availability.
Yeah,
Finding out the best place to go for the shortest distance. But trying to resurrect that income stream. In the past, we only did it once. We had Hudson Disposal take care of it, but it was a $200 trucking charge, but it was also all the way down to Plainville, if I remember. So
Yeah, we made,
that's a little cost prohibitive. I think we ended up netting $20 on that deal.
$12.
What's that?
Wow.
We netted $12.
12, not 20?
Not 20.
You're really hurting me, so come on.
I know.
I thought 20 was
that was a
that was a
game.
pretty pathetic number, but 12 is even more pathetic.
Yeah.
But
There's gotta
there's a
be
lot of
some-
nickels and there's a lot of nickels getting thrown away, and we're
Yeah.
remiss if we
Yeah.
don't try and do something. And it may take some fine tuning, but so be it.
And you're gonna call CSI, correct?
What's that?
You're gonna
Yes,
talk to CSI regarding porta potty.
Oh, the porta potties, yeah.
Sue, I'm putting that in my notes for tomorrow.
Okay,
And then
Because
text them.
I have
tomorrow.
not done that.
I am
Because
trying,
Stan is of the, right now, the company that deals with it comes in once a week. So and
Mm,
Stan at this time of year says, once every 3 weeks, maybe, and that's what's great about having Stan there. He's got an eye on these different things in terms of
Yeah,
what's, what we might be overdoing on some things. So, he's
Jeff
cost conscious.
would probably
And,
work with us.
what's that, Bobby?
Jeff from CSI would probably work with us on anything. He's pretty
I would think so. I would think so.
Yeah,
But I will get in touch with him. Compactor 1 is still down and has
Okay.
been for
yeah.
6
2 months
weeks.
now?
What's that?
2 months?
Yeah.
Oh, we
2 months.
we pulled the bill, Sue, because I mentioned it to Paul after you guys had signed it. Just because it's still not working, so
It's
we
still
pulled
not
it.
working. I didn't like the dating on the bill.
Yeah.
And, the bill was issued one day and the due date on the bill said the very next day.
Mm,
And I'd like you guys to weigh in, but the
You
electrician working on this, I think when it comes to this sort of situation, that we pay the bill when the job is done and not pay an ongoing,
yeah,
Right.
I put in
Yeah.
6 hours this month, so I want to get paid for these
Right.
6 hours. It's
Yeah,
costing us money to have that unit down because we can't
Right.
fully compact the other one.
Yep.
That's a conversation I've got to have with the electrician. And spoke to another electrician, and I think one of the things we're dealing with is as good as our local electricians may be, they're not necessarily schooled in
Yeah. Industrial.
electronics and controls.
Yeah.
Residential wiring is far different,
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm going to call the manufacturer, see if they have any references. You know, we did have BP come out once, but their rate was really kind of,
Yeah, might have to, you know, if they
so
specialize in it.
we gotta kick that can around some more because we're gonna, you know, we're in the business. We're gonna need help down the road at some point. So we just gotta find the best.
And it's springtime and everybody's gonna be cleaning it, you know.
Oh, yeah,
We'll be-
yeah.
You know,
And
so
having that second unit up and running is
Oh.
really kind of
you
important.
gotta have it. You gotta have it. Yeah. Just the
But
schedule.
there've been a lot of positive comments from people.
Excuse me.
Mary Arata has told me that she's gotten a lot of positive comments from residents about how the transfer station's going, and I've talked to a couple
I've heard-
people. I've talked to a couple people that said, you know, I really didn't come here before, but now I will.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, our transition
Very good.
is working, and it's still
Very
going to
good.
continue to evolve. So
And it's so clean.
Highway
now.
has helped us out and gotten us a new desk for in there, which has a file drawer that can be actually used because now we have somebody who will use a file drawer.
Exactly.
And there, you know, that information should be at the manager's fingertips if questions come up. So, you know, it's a work in progress, but I think we're making good inroads. So
Did we get our
Very
other container yet? No? From the state?
no, but that should be happening this week or next, from what
Oh,
I
good.
understand, for the mattresses.
Very good.
Okay, good.
And right now, I think we're only sitting on one mattress, which is even better, but.
Okay.
It'll be nice because now we're filling up the container that we had mattresses in with bottles and cans. So we need this container.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's another container there that's hurt that once upon a time was going to go to the junkyard at Thompson's, but I talked to Highway. They're going to move it back into position because it's perfectly adequate for storing bottles and cans that are in bags.
Right.
So that
Good.
Bill gives us one for electronics, one for miscellaneous, such as composters and things like that. And this
Yep.
spring, we need to put a push on selling some composters that we have.
Yeah.
So
Right.
we may be relying on your salesmanship, Bobby, on a Saturday down there.
Oh, here we go. I wonder if you put some up with the Earth Day cleanup. If you
Well,
put
that's
some out
That's a
what
good
I'm
idea.
thinking, that we might do something on that very line. That's a good idea.
You know, Louise, you know, whoever set it up this year, maybe just give them some or give them a, you know,
Excuse me.
give one demo and,
Yeah.
you know, maybe try to push a few and, I
Well,
don't know,
we've got to get them out in the parking lot so people can see it and
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
somebody
right.
with them.
notify conservation if they have anybody interested. They have a lot of ends with people, you know, that may want.
And when we put together our new information for stickers and all that,
Yeah. Add it on there.
generally, when we've sent that out, it's only been one page, correct?
It was a trifold, right?
Yeah.
Right,
front
yeah,
and
I
back.
mean, one sheet of paper. So if we, what I'm thinking about, and this is not a full blown or well thought out thing, is that maybe this year things go out in an envelope and we have a couple different pieces of paper in there informing people of different things. You know?
Well, I think we do have the composters on the
We do.
trifold. Yeah, so
Right,
that's.
but we've been sitting on them for 2 or 3 years. COVID's come into place, so there are a number of things, the textile recycling, the mattress recycling. I
Yeah,
think we have an opportunity to get more recycling information into our residents' hands by including, 2 or 3 sheets in an envelope that go out to residents.
Are
But
you talking a bulk mailing or something?
Yes,
yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
okay. Because I know some of the stuff on the trifold is redundant that we wouldn't need this year, but I mean, it may not be big enough for just, we may need more pages though.
Right, that's all. And
Yeah.
I want us to be thinking about that. What is really important information that we get out to people?
Okay.
And, all we can do is try.
Nope, you're not walking across the keyboard.
Yeah.
Stay-
Yeah,
Sorry,
right.
cat. Like, nope.
I didn't think it was your daughter.
No, no, she's, no, he's, nosing around. Yeah,
All
so
right, I have nothing else. Anybody have anything else?
nope.
I don't think so.
I think I'm all set. I'm all
All
set.
right, do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
I'll second that motion.
All right, all in favor? We'll do a roll call. Sue,
Aye.
Bobby,
All right.
Paul, I. This meeting is so adjourned.